Marauders. Start this camera. This is not necessarily a demo ride of this 2022 KTM Super Duke. Give you a look at it. It's more or less to see if I can ride it, because my next motorcycle, really the intention was for it to be a naked bike. And of course I lost a lot of weight, and I don't think that I could have, I don't think 50 pounds ago I could have rode this motorcycle. So this is a test. Camera's recording. This is a test really to see if I can physically ride this motorcycle. Let's wake it up. Battery sounds a little weak. Sync the cameras. I'm going to lure you the 360 camera in that position, how long it's going to last. I'm going to take an easy ride. I'm not going, I say that and then I always goose the throttle. So I'm going to try to take an easy ride on this bike. It's in street mode. I did not want it in a very fast mode while the mirrors are wonder if the original owner, this is a used bike, 2022 KTM Super Duke. Man, I wonder if the original owner was tall. Were these mirrors adjusted high? Oh, well, of course. No, that still seems to be in a leaning position. I'm not really used to that sport position. Okay, I'm already heating up in this helmet. Oh wow, these pegs are weird to get used to. Nice quick shifter. Wow, this is a weird seating position with the pegs. Very weird seating position. You know, really, and the problem is my neck. Give you a little tilt up on this camera. The problem, I'm going slow. Now I can see why he had the mirrors adjusted the way he did. Okay, the problem is my neck, especially when I have a camera on it. Wow, this bike. I don't know what you can see or cannot see from my helmet camera. I'll probably tilt this a little down. I can already feel it in my neck, and that's my concern. My neck is going to cramp up riding the bike. And I think this bike has a different seating position than the 2024s. I really do. These pegs seem very, very high. Got a car behind me, probably wondering what's going on. I don't have any navigation. I don't have my phone set up for navigation, so I just got to try to do this route by memory. But the engine, well, one, okay, it's got torque unlimited. I'm in 4th gear doing 3,000 RPM. The engine has unbelievable torque. Unbelievable torque. And again, I'm just I'm worried. My main concern's my neck. Stomach is not an issue. I've flattened my stomach. I've lost so much weight. The stomach over the tank is not the issue. Riding position, I don't think is bad. It is definitely a naked bike, no doubt about it. You are flying in the wind here. And I have been working out at the gym, and when I take my bike classes, I'm specific. Well, you know, I work out on shoulders, okay, back and shoulders, pretty extreme. At the gym, when I'm in biking class, most of the time, I grip the handlebars on the lowest level, so I'm arching my neck up. That's how I grip the handlebars. All right, let's turn here. This person's probably going to get annoyed behind me. The engine, this bike is used. The engine is a little cream puff on this bike. Engine is a cream puff on this bike. Just a cream. This is a used bike. I'm going to ask them what they want to sell this bike for. Anyone that's interested in it. On this bike, this engine and transmission is Ducati level, frankly. Let's wind it down a little. This engine, man, this bike, and you know, well, I think I answered the question. I can ride it. My neck is not used. Actually, riding this bike is probably good exercise for my neck because I really have to fully arch my neck back, if you can see it in the camera. So riding this bike, wow, I probably dropped it down and I have it in street mode. You can tame it just by using your rider skills. You know, clutch, easy, gentle with the throttle, but this Super Duke. She's a run. This throttle's more sensitive than on the Ducati, and that's saying a lot. Even in sport mode on the Ducati. Definitely has Harley Davidson torque on her. This engine, this 1290 V-twin engine is sweet. I gotta get the miles, how many miles this has. This is a sweet engine. It is quiet, and again, I'm sorry, I'm struggling with audio lately on my equipment, and I really try to give you guys the best experience I can. I don't know how the audio is going to turn out with this. On my Harley video, the gain was too high, and I thought I had it on the right setting, but something got screwed up. This engine and transmission is amazing. high beams on. Oh, she's just... Sixth gear is, I think they, in 2024, they lowered sixth gear because this bike just is sixth gear. It just lugs too much, my opinion. What do I know? I gotta take this for another lap. She's, I thought they, on the newer one, 2024, they widened the bars. So definitely a workout on my neck. I could not ride this bike long distances, but that's not what it's for. But I credit KTM huge for putting adaptive cruise control. I'm sorry, not adaptive cruise, but putting cruise control on this bike. I give them a lot of credit for that. I'm in fifth gear. I'm pushing just over 3,000 RPM, doing 53 miles an hour. I think that's a speed. I think the speed limit's maybe 55 on this road. So I'm going to do 2 laps. And lake position's not bad. I'm sure there's aftermarket adjustable pegs to lower them. I have to look into that. Leaning forward isn't bad. It's the neck. What I was concerned about is holding true. I'm gonna leave it in second on the turn so she's not so torquey. Yeah, lug her out of the turn. Oh my God, is she up? What I like, okay, hands down, people, viewers, I don't know a lot about motorcycles, but I know enough, I guess. The reason I'm gravitating towards the Ducati is because the torque of the V2 is really more sensible on the street for street riders who want a sport bike, a naked bike. It's really, rather than a 12,000 RPM BMW, which I like BMWs, or Ducati, the power on the Super Duke with the V-twin is usable. It's really got a ton of torque, low end, and I think the new one has a 190 horsepower, and I think this bike has, I want to say 175, 180. And I have to research that, but she's very drivable. Very drivable. I got a 32, 34 inseam, and I can flat foot it, but that seat's right up in my crotch. I'm wearing my riding boots. I'll take it for 1 lap around. They'd probably let me drive this because it's not a new bike, it's a demo or used. My neck is working to keep my head in this arch position. As I drag my camera off the asphalt. She is so quick. So quick. I don't know what you can see on this bike. I have my neck arched so much. She's fun. She's fun. Definitely. And I think my salesperson recommended I get the comfort seat on a new bike. I don't believe this bike has it. Probably not only is it a little more padded and wider, but it sits you up a little higher, give you the room in the pegs. And the question I'm going to ask is, are the pegs adjustable? Can you lower them? Once I'm on it, it's not bad. I'm getting used to it. Now remember, I'm used to adventure bikes with the pegs underneath you, and then the Harley, the Road Glide, the pegs are in front, not pegs, the boards are in front of you. So on this bike, your feet are actually almost behind your butt. Hopefully that shows up in the 360 camera. One thing I can tell you is by the way, this is a the top of the fork shocks. So suspension's really nice. No one's behind me. I'm not going to slam on the brakes because I know they're good. And oh man, she is, wow. The engine's, she's like clicking away at I might take the cameras off and take this on a longer ride, not to bore you guys. Oh my God, guys, that wasn't even a quarter throttle. Just to get the feel for the bike, that was not even a quarter of a throttle, and she snaps up to speed really fast. These Super Dukes are no joke. They are for real. They are for real, no doubt about it. They are nice. They are really nice. Trying, my camera's drooping. This is, I'm over the tank, if you can see it on both the cameras. This is 45 on this street, got to slow it down a little bit. And again, I'm looking right through the top of the double lens of my helmet visor. This guy's going over the line, that's nice of him. Let's downshift. Oh my gosh, this transmission, guys, crisp. This may be the best quick shifter I've ever been on, is on this bike. This may be the best quick shifter is on this motorcycle. It is fantastic. It is fantastic. Third gear, just above 4,000 RPM. Shifting is very comfortable for me. I actually feel better leaning way over the tank on her. Trying to watch my speed. Wow. She's a beaut. She's a beaut. Love the color. I love the orange rims. I don't know why KTM got rid of the orange rims this year. She's a rocket. She is a rocket. Mirrors aren't wide enough for my elbows, my body. Definitely would have to do something different. Boy, the ride is plush on this motorcycle. Well, Marauders, that's it. I wanted to ride a KTM Super Duke 1290 and interested in the new version of this bike that would kind of round out, I think, a scrambler and a sport naked bike that I could take on the track. These are definitely trackable, and they're coming out with a of course they've released it already, my dealer doesn't have one yet, the 990 Duke, which I'm also interested in. I like leaning towards this bike because it's a V-twin. The 990 is a little more performance orientated 285 degree parallel twin, like the Norden. So I'd like to get something different. Man, this shifter is nice. Man, she is just quick. If I can tell you, and you guys that have ridden this bike are probably laughing at me saying I'm in fuel reserve. I use a quarter of a tank that fast. I'm not even a quarter of a throttle. I might be an eighth of a throttle when I'm doing that, and she's just running. She wants to run. And again, it's in street mode. I'm not going to performance mode or track mode on this bike. Very nice, beautiful machine. I can tell you right now, I without a doubt prefer electronic suspensions. The Norden suspension's nice. I stiffened it up, and I got to take that stiffening, half the stiffening I added to the bike off. It's just too stiff. But I really like this bike. Wow, she's fun.
I'm gonna wait. I don't know.
Look at how stubby the kickstand is.